Hello. I know why you're here. You want to know what happened and how I was discriminated against. For those of you that don't know me, I am Keyblade Kyrie 2010. I am a gamer, a cosplayer, and I showed that through my platform as well. And some of you do not know, and some of you that are my closest friends who actually follow me on here do know, I have a disability. I have a disability called autism, and it is a branch off of autism that is called Asperger's. And I have a reading disability. Spelling is not my forte. Math skills are not my forte either. And a little bit of my speech can sometimes get the better of me, where I say one thing but I mean it another way. And then somebody will correct me, and then I'm like, yes, that's what I meant instead of this. So it's just part of who I am. To explain my reading disability real quick before we jump into the story is I can read basic words. Dog, cat, box. I can read basic words. I am, in, the, they, them type things. But I can't read, let me pick a big word, let me see here, petrified. I cannot read illumination. I cannot read several different words. If it's my first time seeing it and somebody says it to me, my brain will register that for next time around what that word is, but that doesn't mean it'll constantly stay in my brain. It's frustrating. It was frustrating in school to learn. I am a 90s baby, which basically I wish I went to school now than I did back then, because now there are more people that are hands-on with people who have disabilities. And I'm so grateful that that is a thing, and I wish I had the opportunity to do that. But unfortunately, I was mostly stuck in a room. Mostly, not all the time, but some, like, I got to do PE class, obviously, and I got to do drama class and art class, but most of my history class and other classes were in that one room. And I got bullied for being in the special ed class. I did, a lot of the time, and it was ridiculous. But I still overcame it. I found my love in cosplay. I found my love in anime and gaming and other things. And I found my strengths, which was acting and my performances that I do on stage, for whether it be for drag or whether it be for cosplay in general. I found my strengths where I didn't actually have to explain what was going on in my head to other people. But there are some cases where people have become really close friends with me, and I had to explain to them that I'm not all there. I'm not. I've always tried to be all there, but I'm not. No, I am not medicated whatsoever. I am self-medicated through CBD oil, which helps my anxiety and my depression, which is not really part of my disability, mostly my anxiety, because my brain likes to wander and make things bigger than they really are. But other than that, that's the only medication that I am on. So I wanted to do this in an actual Draw My Life video, but after what happened today, I thought this is the perfect time. Not really. It's not really I shouldn't say it's the perfect time. I'm saying the wrong word. It's just time to address it, because this really hurt me massively. So, to explain how my reading works real quick is, I see, it's kind of like I have a book around here somewhere. I have a manga that's nothing but Japanese. It was just given to me as a gift. That's how my brain works. It's like throwing me into another language entirely and expecting my brain to get it. It's confusing. My brain reads backwards versus forwards, and it's kind of like foreign letters to me and foreign stuff to me. It's very frustrating to actually read. I read in broken up words. I don't read it fully, entirely, and it's frustrating. So, on to the story of what happened. So, I went to work today, was having a fantastic morning, got pulled aside by my head housekeeper, and he told me apparently yesterday I bumped into somebody, and while I had my headphones on, and they were upset that I just continued my work. People who know me, that's not who I am. I am one of those people that I would stop immediately and apologize massively to that person I bumped into, and I would have taken out my headphones. And so I said, that's not kind of fitting of what happened yesterday. It just really isn't. So then about 2 hours go by into my work shift. I get pulled aside again, being pretty much told that I am being sent home early. And I asked the person why that was, and they said it was because I was on my phone, or that I had my phone with me instead of in my pocket. Or not... in my bag instead of in my bag. See? I'm having issues. So I said to her, well, he told me it was okay to have my phone because my music was on it as long as I didn't play it too loud and as long as I didn't have my headphones in anymore. She calls him up. Instead of actually going and getting him, she calls him on her personal phone. He answers his personal phone and denies ever saying that to me. Which we just had that conversation right before this happened. So I was a bit upset, but I was all like, okay, I'll keep my phone in my bag. No big deal, no worries. I'll just replace it with my iPod and call it good. And she pointed out some of the notifications that were posted on this wall area. And I said, she asked me if I read it, and I said, no, I haven't. I have a bit of a reading disability. If you would sit down and read them to me, it would be more clearer for me, and I will fix things, and I will adjust to what has been said. She goes and says to me, you shouldn't be using your disability as a crutch. And I looked at her, and I sat there, and I was all like, did she just say what I think she just said? I'm not using it as a crutch. I use it to make people who are aware of the weird things that I do or whatever. I mean, freaking, I was working in fast food, and there was one point in time that I was told to chop, 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 hurry up. And I went from the back room all the way up to the front room because I was supposed to be taking orders, and I threw my hands up, and it was the funniest thing ever, and I made the customer laugh, and I made a couple other people laugh, and I went all the way up to the front. I don't know what possessed me to do it. I just did it. I do weird things all the time. Like, if you've seen some of my YouTube videos, I bark at random times. Just randomly, my brain just decides, you're gonna bark right now. I don't know. It's just who I am. Like I said, I'm not all there. I'm really not. But it makes for comic stuff and whatnot. It's funny. Apparently people like it and they think it's funny. And I literally, that person that day said that, you made my day. You made me smile for doing something weird. And other people would look at me like I'm a lunatic. I am crazy in my own way. Just tamer, I guess. More tamed. I'm more tamed. I don't know, whatever. But anyways, so I was a bit shocked, and it clicked in my head of, I'm not using it as a crutch, I'm letting you know. So then she says she was letting me go for the day. And I still, like, why? What did I do? She told me I was doing my, for the past almost, I want to say, 6 months. Almost 6 months at this job, and she told me that I was doing my job entirely wrong. I was a bit confused, because usually usually people come to me and correct it or fix it, and I'll fix it right then and there. If I'm wrong, I'll fix it. You know, I ask questions. I make sure that I'm doing it correctly. If not, then I continuously ask questions to make sure I'm doing it correctly. So for her to tell me that this whole entire time I've been doing my job wrong, and this is what my job entails: mopping, vacuuming, restocking the towels in the workout room and the pool area, and that's pretty much it. And dusting, basic cleaning, pretty much. I don't know how you can mop wrong. I don't know how you can vacuum wrong, but I guess. She told me that she'll see me tomorrow and she was going to properly train me. If I didn't pretty much adapt within 3 weeks' time, that I was going to be let go. She says I was lucky that I haven't been fired for my previous stuff. What previous stuff are you talking about? She brings in the lady that is doing laundry, and I am only in public services. Out of the goodness of my heart, I believe we are a team. We need to help each other out. Where anybody is faltering, we need to help to pick up the slack. I was trained to do this in fast food. I was trained to do this in housekeeping with my previous job. We help each other out. We are a team. So, apparently, one of the days that I was in there, I was on my phone. And yes, I will fully admit, I was on my phone when we were waiting on the 2 washers and the 2 dryers to get done so we can move on to our next thing. And I literally apologized to her and I said, if that was wrong, then I will make sure next time around that I ask, is there anything else to do? I apologize. But the person that I was working with did not tell me that it was wrong. She just continued to ask me questions about my hobby, and I would show her pictures, and she thought my hobby was interesting. She thought it was interesting that I was a YouTuber, and she's a wonderful gal. Wonderful gal, and I think it sucks that she is the only one working in laundry, and I wish more people would help out with her because it's stressful. I know it's stressful. It's stressful to be a housekeeper. It's stressful to be a laundry person by yourself. It's stressful. Then she says to me, the gal who told me that she's letting me go for the day, says, it's sad that she told me that you had a disability. I was not informed of your issues. And I sat there and I scratched my head and I said, when I first got this job, I told the head person, the boss man himself, I told him that I have a disability, and he says that since the line of work that I'm doing does not require for me to read or do any of those said things, I should be fine. He was supposed to definitely tell you or notify you, and I have, after having several work experiences of them not being told to them, have made it a priority to tell people that I do, especially if they get to become my good friend or closest friend type deal. So then after that, I was still shocked that she called it my issues. And I said, I was all like, my caseworkers come in and talk to me every few months to make sure that I'm doing okay with their work and if I'm communicating and other things. You should have known that. I also talked to the person who was originally the head housekeeper recently today, and she also stated that she mentioned it to her as well, that I had a disability as well. So I don't know if it was a miscommunication or what, but to be told that I'm using my disability as a handicap or an excuse or a get out of jail free card or whatever, no, I'm not. I would never ever do that. As a matter of fact, I hate my disability. I despise it. I hate sitting down talking to people and telling them I'm not all there, and this is why things happen. This is why I do things. This is why this is weird. This is this and that. I don't tell people that to use it as a crutch. I hate it. I finally found a community that does not discriminate or doesn't even care if I have a disability, and that is cosplay and video games. I can't read normal books. My books are my video games. Yes, I listen to audiobooks, and they're amazing, and I love them, and all that, and I love how audiobooks have been created for people like me, and not just that, but for long road trips and other things you can use audiobooks for while you're working or whatever. I hate it. I despise it. I hate telling people I have a disability. But it has to be aware. People have to be aware of it. So that way they understand of, she has a spelling problem. Sometimes my videos, I'm pretty sure that up there is probably misspelled, or wherever it is down below or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's misspelled too. Without a doubt. I'm sure my description has a few errors in it. If not, I probably already corrected it with my dragon speech, which I have that technology here. That helps me with my spelling. I have my computer read to me so I understand things better, or I have somebody sit down with me and help me understand it in a better way for me to understand and function. I have my PlayStation 4, when I go live, read to me so I understand what's being typed in the comment section. Not just that, but so I can also pay attention to the game more than the comment section without dying a lot and struggling with reading. If you've seen any of my videos where there's heavy reading, you can hear my struggles. But I can read basic things. But I just cannot believe this is a thing. I knew discrimination was a thing for other things, but I didn't think it was for disability, and I didn't ever think it would ever happen to me, or at least people wouldn't voice it out loud. Why, as a manager, would you tell me that? That could get you into trouble. And you mentioned it not just to me, but to 2 other people that were in the room. I don't know if it was a miscommunication or whatnot. I will take full responsibility if it was a miscommunication or whatnot, but that is still wrong to say to me. I will take full responsibility for the fact that, yes, I used my phone at a non-time that I wasn't supposed to use my phone. I will take full responsibility for that. I will take full responsibility when I am wrong. But I will not let people tell me one thing and then go back on their word or whatever, or try to make me like the bad guy when that's not the truth. My mom raised me to be kind. My mom raised me to not be judgmental. My mom raised me to be open-minded as a Catholic. We have too much hate in this world enough as it is. We have too much bullying in this world enough as it is. We have a freaking plague that is coming to us. We have possibly World War III possibly going to happen. We have so much going on. We have a country that is on fire, but yet we can't... everybody has their own opinions. I will fully agree upon that. I have my opinions. You have your opinions. It's fine. You are allowed to have your own opinion. You're allowed to voice what you want to voice. But there's so much hate. There's so much negativity in this world. Why do we have to have that? Why can't we live our happy lives and be peaceful and everything? Everybody's gonna end up, it doesn't matter how much money you're making. It doesn't matter how popular or famous you are. We're all going to the same place. We're all going to die one day. And it doesn't matter how awesome your car is, how amazing how many video games you played. It doesn't matter. We need to stop hating on people. And this is my video on this. We need to stop being like that. We need to love one another and understand one another. Yes, understand and having your own opinion is two different things. I understand you will have there are some people that are going to comment on this video that are going to be really mean, but don't do it. Just don't do it. I know you're going to hate on her. I know you're going to be mean about or say mean things about her and tell me to take her to court and all this other stuff. She could have something going on in her life that I don't know about, and that's fine. I just want to make people aware that it's not okay to discriminate against anybody, whether it be race, whether it be sex, whether it be disability, whether it be heritage, whether it be religion. Just, you can't, it's not okay. Keep them to yourself. Keep them to yourself. The golden rule is treat others how you want to be treated. And I've lived by that. And that's grade school stuff. I'm sad that she chose to do this. And this is my way of reaching out to everybody. And it's sad that I had to make this video instead of doing a draw my life thing, because I wanted to actually talk about my disability through a draw my life segment, but I was waiting until I could get things where I needed to be for my viewers, and then I was gonna do it. Just send me your best prayers right now. That's all I need. Send me your best wishes. I don't need you harping on this person or whatever, because I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do from here on out. I'm going to continue working this job until I can find another one. And I've actually had some people today help me fill out some job applications today. Thank you so much for the person who came and got me today from work, to everybody who listened to my story. Thank you. To everybody who took time out of their weekend to actually help me go and find job applications. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I hope I can find a better job here soon. That is my story of how I was discriminated against because of my disability. I am your host, Keyblade Kyrie 2010, and I hope I don't have to do another serious video again on this situation or on any situation. Eventually, I want to do a Draw My Life video and go more into depth about things of my life. And, you know, I'm not saying my life was horrible. I was raised by an amazing mother who had was in an abusive relationship, but I'm not saying my life was worse than yours or worse than anybody else's. I just want to tell you my story, and this is my story for today. It's gonna go in my story list. So my first time ever being discriminated against, so. Alright guys, that's basically it. I am your host, Keyblade Kyrie 2010. Thank you guys so much for listening to my story, and we will be getting back to video games, and we will be getting back to cosplay tutorials as well. If you are new to the channel and you want to support me, even for this one video, if this is what makes you support me, that's fantastic. I appreciate it so much, I do, and I hope you enjoy the rest of my content past this. And like I said, my videos aren't always serious and let down and whatnot, but it's just sad that someone decided to do that today, and I thought I'd share my story on it. And yeah, so let's get back to some more happier stuff, and other story time stuff and maybe some funny ones. I mean, I know I post a couple, so but yes, if you like what you see and everything, please smash that subscribe button, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, a nice one, not towards that person, just she's not worth my time, and she's not worth your time, so just send me best wishes. And definitely hit that notification bell so you get notified when I upload to the channel and when I upload, or when I go live on the channel as well. I try my darndest to go live every Monday. I'm doing it this Monday. But yeah, and come and talk with me. Feel free to follow me in the wonderful Facebook and Instagram, where I post projects that I'm working on, whether it be cosplay or just things in general, of things I want to share about my life, or events that I'm going to. I am, without a doubt, in September, going to NDK in Denver Con. So if you're interested in possibly meeting up with me and sharing your thoughts on this story or other things, that'd be fantastic. I'd love to meet you. So without further ado, just be kind to others. Be kind to others. We already have so much hate and so much going on in our world. Let's not add to it. Just be kind. I'm your host, Keyblade Kyrie 2010, signing out. Game on, gamers, cosplay on, cosplayers. And we'll see you in the next video. I'm so sorry you had to listen to a sad story today. So, bye! I'll try and make it better next time and happier.